I would like to thank the City Council for thoughtfully listening to the comments that have been submitted today and acknowledging that there have been several changes to the code based on comments that have been submitted over the last several weeks. And I'm sure you recognize that, as everyone here, we all want the best for the city of Bend. So we're not really interested in the fastest or the easiest or most convenient changes to the code. If you were going to amend the code, we want the correct changes, So I have a few issues to discuss. First of all, with respect to, based on what Mr. Stevens said, identifying the cemetery mausoleum as permitted in the PF, as a permitted use in the PF zone, resolves the Greenwood Cemetery's alleged non-conforming use. And this makes sense because regardless of what happens with the current rezoning application, there are and will continue to be 11.5 acres of the cemetery that are owned by an entity that is neither a nonprofit or a public entity that is continuing to operate in that zone. So in addition, if there is still a concern as to whether that existence as a private entity rather than a nonprofit or public entity in that zone creates a non-conforming use, the city can also adjust the initial general purpose statement for the public facility zone to include other entities in general other than nonprofits and public entities. And this would be consistent with the newly suggested changes to 3.6.250, right? So another issue that has been brought up a number of times is there seems to be a concern with the definition of income qualified housing and that it is somehow going to be manipulated to a definition that isn't concurrent with the statute. So one thing to...
You have like one sentence, go for it.
I'd appreciate, if you would give me some more time. I don't know that the time has been applied to everyone, but so I would say that I would add the specific reference to the code, 1974451A, big A, 1 little I to 3 little I.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's a monster, but it's useful.